Hey man, how you doing? What the hell is it? Monday, November 25th, 2024. Yeah, I got that right. How you doing? It's been a it's been a few, hasn't it? Yeah, November 25th. So I'd have to say it's been a couple months or so since I made a video, since we had a little talk, albeit one-sided, right? So I came out here. Well, I was led to come to the garage this morning and sit down and make a freaking video, not having a single clue why the hell I was going to go to the garage to make a video. I don't have anything to talk about. I don't have anything planned. However, 3 cigarettes and 5 slugs of my Monster later, it just occurred to me that I don't really have any grand things to be thankful for. But looking on the year, in hindsight, and ironically coming up on Thanksgiving, right? I do have smaller, what most might call insignificant things to be thankful for and to be grateful for. So I'm going to ramble off a few things, beginning with, as you might remember, and have gone through with me later this summer, the loss of my precious little Mitsina, who decided to venture off substantially from the property and meet her demise with a car or truck, probably a truck, go out with a bang. So that sucked, but I am grateful and thankful that I got the 3-4 years that I did have her. I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for having been able to get the catio and the cat room done this summer. Oh man, you guys, you just don't understand. Having the amount of kitty cats that I have, that once again, I did not seek out, okay? I never sought to have as many cats as I have. It's ridiculous. And then, as you know, had this summer, being that the 2 batches of kittens have now become over 2 years old, deciding to let them venture outside and have a life, right? Be cats. And then to bring them in, not to let them just come and go as they want all the time, but try to manage that. And it was going great until, the whole thing with Mitzi, and that sucked. But now they're in their own place, within the house, in the basement. Man, they got it made. The more I think about it, and I don't know if they've caught on to it, but they do have it made. If you count the room in the basement, which is all cozy now, they got all their condos in there. We got a futon down there. They got bird and squirrel TV going 24/7, and they watch it. They do. It's so funny, man, that they'll get up on their condos and they'll sit there and watch it like a little kid in the morning, standing in front of the TV eating a cereal. It's hilarious. And man, they're perfectly content down there. Every once in a while I'll open the gate, and let them venture out. The ones that don't get out. I have two cats, Roni and Kato, that Roni can scale the wall, the concrete wall. Yeah, 7 foot tall poured concrete wall, and somehow that little shit can scale the wall. I've seen him do it. And then Kato, even though that gate is pushing 9 foot tall, he scrunches down and stares at it and sizes it up every time, and then he jumps and he latches his claws into the arch right in this. I don't even know how he does it because the gate is freaking smooth as hell, and he somehow latches onto it and he pulls himself up on top the port wall, and then he gets out. So those are the only, but you know what, they're pretty seasoned veterans because they came from the wild, and so I just, they know that they can come and go pretty much as they want. The other cats, they just make use of the catio, and they can go outside and get a breath of fresh air and play with the toys that are out there laying around, and it's really not so bad of a life. They get, attention from either myself or Hollywood. I feed them in the morning. And then at some point, once in a while, I'll go down there and take care of the litter boxes. But for the most part, Hollywood takes care of the litter boxes and gives them lots of love and attention, affection. So, we're like a team in that respect. It works. And there's no spraying going on. My mind is blown by that, because when they were all upstairs, man, my house was getting wrecked. And I have thrown away everything that had even a remote questionability to it, gone. And that included all the couches that I had in the entire house. It's embarrassing to say, but I'm just going to be forthcoming and saying them. It's a thing. And even though they're all fixed. And so now that the two groups have been separated one from the other, there's none of that going on. Nope. Not upstairs or downstairs. So I'm grateful for that. As well, the catio and the cat room alike. And for my friend having got that gate built for me. Little shit, right? And then since Hollywood's parents had also upgraded all their furnishings in their house, and they got a brand new, ginormous freaking sectional sofa. And so we had inherited, as a result, their really nice couch, and then a matching leather reclining love seat, and lazy boy chair combo. And man, dude, I gotta tell you, being without a couch or anywhere comfortable to sit within the home, aside from either the bedroom or my office, having a sofa again, man, it's just something little that I guess people probably overlook. I always have until I didn't have it. And now I have a sofa again. And that end of the house is comfortable once again. And I can lay there and watch TV and, the fire going in the fireplace. Man, it's nice having that. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I have a sofa again. Look what I've accomplished, right? Finally, the biggest thing to me was getting these damn cats in line, and I finally did it. I hope. I think. I'm pretty sure. I shouldn't have said that out loud because now some shit will go wrong. Oh, man. Man law number one, right? But now that I let the cat out the bag, so to speak, Um, so far, so good, man. You know, it's nice laying on a sofa and having one of my good kitties laying with me, and you know they're perched across the top of the sofa again. And Hollywood was so happy; she went out and got a brand new TV. We didn't really need one, but she wanted a bigger TV, and so we finally have a 60. What is it? The box is over there. Shit, I thought it was 64. It's a 65 inch. That's a big son of a bitch, man. And yeah. Anyways, in life it's more comfortable, you know. But I was, you know, just I've been so stressed out, man. So I'm grateful for it. Grateful for the catio and the room, you know, and all the boys and the one girl in the basement doing just fine. Nobody's spraying nothing. Uh, nobody's even thrown up. Oh, I did see throw up one time. That's like one time. So that's going good. I got furniture again that I didn't even have to come out of pocket for. That's just amazing. And hell, I even got a bigger TV out of the deal. You know, I'm grateful for all that. I'm grateful for recently my close friend, man. We literally grew up together to the point where we were neighbors as kids for 18, 19 years from infancy, you know. We literally used to share a crib together. You know, I consider the dude my brother, you know. Well, he's been living in Florida for the last 16 years, and his daughter moved back from Punta Gorda, and he realized that he had no family left. And so he moved back to Michigan, sold his house down in Florida, and he most recently rented a house right on the lake that is the one particular lake where the sandbar is on my chain. So that's so cool. I'm glad he's back here in Michigan. He calls me all the time now. And so I had gone over there. The place is kind of, I mean, it's old school, man. It's nothing to behold, okay? But man, when you walk through the frickin' door, you completely don't notice how kind of rough the house is because of the view out of the whole back wall is all windows, and you're looking at, it's called U of M Mountain, and it's just across the lake, and it's just the view of M Mountain where they had their observatory. And it's just freaking awesome. And so there's going to be some partying going over there, you betcha. And so he needed a table and chairs. He needed a bunch of shit. And so I didn't need this dinette set that I had in my breakfast nook because never use it. So I was like, dude, I got a table and chairs for you. I got a coffee table for you. You know, what do you need, man? And so, you know, I took that shit over there and set it all up for him, and then I helped him unload his pod. We got all that situated, and turned out he had a dresser and a nightstand and a 54-inch LG TV. He's like, man, you want this stuff? I can't use any of it in this tiny ass little house. Just take it. It's like, hell yeah. So I took the shit, and now we have in the bedroom, we went from a 38-inch TV to a freaking 54, and Hollywood's again happy because she's been wanting me to put our 47-inch Vizio in the bedroom, and now she has a 54-inch, and she's happier than shit. It's just a little shit, man. You know? And it works great, man. It's got good sound, a good picture. It's an older tube, you know. Well, not tube, you know, boob tube. And it's a little shit. I'm grateful for it. I'm really happy. And so he gave me this dresser and nightstand. It came with a mirror too, but not sure if I'm going to need it or not. So what I had done is my office, I took everything out of my office, my desk and command center, as I called it, and I moved that down to the basement, not into the cat room, because that's asking for it, but outside of it. So I'm going to build an office in the basement, just outside the cat room there, And so I turned my old office into a bedroom once again. So it's really cool because my other friend, who I helped to move into his new house, had a little twin bed and with 2 mattresses. It's called a trundle bed. And he gave me the whole bed for nothing because he just wanted it out of his new house. His house came fully furnished. You believe that shit? Beautiful furnishings. Well, it was all black, so I got from him, I got a black bed, and from my other buddy recently, now I got a black and gray dresser with matching mirror and matching nightstand, and the room looks just amazing now. And little Sylvia's happier than shit. She loves it. So I have a guest room again. Ain't that something? I'm grateful. It's little things that most people might overlook, including myself. But I've been noticing these things, and even while there's been some bad, thereafter, I remember the good of it, and yeah, a lot of it makes me sad because I miss it. And there were, in those moments, like with Mitzi, prior to her leaving this world, that I knew that I was taking her for granted. And I told myself, I'm taking her for granted. I need to appreciate these moments more, because she was a special girl. She loved me a lot, and I did her too, but not as much as you see, here I go. I'm going to go into regret, right? And we get that. But you know what, man? She knows I loved her, and I know that she loved me, and she's with the Lord now, running around, being in paradise and all. At least I hope. That's all I can do is hope, Man, and that's another thing, we do struggle with that doubt or that what if, and I hope so, and all those things. But we're human. What do you want, right? So we ask for an increase of faith. But nonetheless, getting back on track, instead of having a squirrel moment, I'm grateful. And I'm grateful for so much. I'm grateful for my home, being able to pay my frickin' bills. I got a new air conditioner this summer, so it was bad that the old one took a shit. And that I had to buy a whole new air conditioning system. But, so that part sucked, right? But then you get the new stuff, and it outperforms the old shit like by 2-3 times. And so from the bad, there comes the good, right? I'm grateful, thankful. I don't really want to go forward with mentioning or bringing up, does that necessarily mean that because we've gone through so much bad these last 4 years, that we're going to go through good now? I don't know. But I doubt it. I want to be optimistic. But you know what, man? I said it before, I'm going to say it again. They're all wicked, man. Every one of them's wicked and evil, and every one of them reveals themselves to those us who are looking and are watching with a hawk eye. You know what? And the revelation, the revealing is there, and it's just the people that claim to be one thing, but are weak within it, have revealed at the same time that they aren't listening. They're taking it in, but the problem is that they're so biased and unwilling to see the truth and be hungry for that absolute truth, that in their subconscious they're not willing to hear it, so their ears are shut off from it. Know what I'm saying? When it's right in your face, to those us who hunger for what's true, no matter how it might affect our belief or our hearts or our desires or any of that, just want what's true. Leave the dumb shit at the frickin' door. True or false. I don't care about in between or bullshit. I just want true or false. And no, they just want what they want to hear, and they want what they want to see, and they want who they want. I'm for none of them. There are many things which have been said that I sure as hell hope are followed through with in a righteous way. But there's also things been said that can lead to bad things. And there are also things which are still what they are. So you got to consider the source, man. You know, to be clear, I don't lean in any direction, okay? And you should know me by now. I lean on the side of what's right and in opposition to what's wrong, okay? It is what it is. I'm not politically affiliated. I couldn't give two shits, There's no left and no right. There's what's right and what's wrong to me. So that is that. What I can tell you is that there was a reason why we were called to be holy. And everybody thinks holiness is sinless and perfectionism and all this other shit, when in fact it is not. The very definition of holiness is separate, to be set aside, set apart from, reserved unto. So when we're called to be holy, in terms of politics, in terms of anything else, we're called to be apart from it. But instead, are we? Are people apart from it? A lot of people worshiping certain people on both sides were and still are. And are we called to be that way? No, we're not. We're called to be holy, remember? We're called to be separate, reserved, set aside from, apart from. Certain people are calling other people heretics and so on and so forth, and you're a left-leaner or whatever, when in fact the person was in severe error in doing so, because they themselves aren't being holy. They're being unholy. Calling one whom has been and is holy unholy, when they themselves are unholy. Judge not much. So there's that. Am I grateful for any of that? Couldn't give two shits. What I am grateful for is that I'm still existing. You know, I'm making it. I'm getting by, paying bills. My vehicles are running good for now. And, you know, I have heat in the home that I'm able to pay for. I have enough firewood to get me ahead. I got to go out and be laborious and log up and split and pile up some more wood. I can manage it. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the kitties that I do have. They're all a blessing. Grateful for my friends that I have. Grateful for a nice summer that I had. Little shit, man. I'm thankful for all of it. I'm thankful that we're not at war yet. Thankful that we're not at war here yet. So I'm just not going to worry about tomorrow, man. I'm going to let it worry about itself, right? We were told that too. And for good reason, you know. My ex-wife, my second ex-wife, sad enough to say that, she used to pre-worry shit all the time. I was like, why are you so worried about shit that ain't even happened? You know, your future worrying. You're living in the future and you're not in the present. Where if you're worried about something in the future, that just means that you could foresee something that could potentially happen in the future. So why not do something about resolving what could happen in the future in the present by taking action now, right? That's called forethought. But instead you're living there an accusation in the future of what's happening, what happened in the past that hasn't been yet. See what I'm saying? And that was only one minuscule thing of a multitude of things that caused that demise. Because she had decided that, you know, she was going to go find greener pastures while the cat was away, you know, taking care of business. I was away, you know, doing what I had to do to be a provider. And, no. Anyways, but I'm grateful that that's done. I'm grateful that I had lived that and been through that, because had it not been for that and the time before, you see, those were the moments in my life that God used to call me. Yeah. Those were the times in my life that He had used to call me to repentance, right? From a mild belief, a wishy-washy belief, maybe, maybe not belief, to 180-degree change of mind from that to I believe. And I'm grateful to God for that, above all things. Because had it not been for that, I wouldn't be talking about the little things that I'm grateful in the present, right? So the bad things that had happened in the past, of that have come good things. There's always going to be bad shit that happens first, you know? Michael Franti has a song about that. what is it? Bad shit happens, but good shit happens too. It's true, man. You know? If you're not familiar with Michael Franti, by the way, he wrote the song Yellfire. This is it's just like one of the all-time greatest songs that you could jam on a freaking boat, man, on a hot Saturday night with a bunch of friends tied up, freaking beers and shots and everything going around, man, and just jamming Yellfire. It's the epitome of feeling free and being alive to me. That's me. Yeah. The epitome of feeling free and being alive. You know, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for even more dumb shit. My little Harbor Freight Predator 3500 generator, the display screen on that damn thing decided to take a shit on me this summer. And as a result, and I had put a brand new battery in this thing this summer, and I put a one of those fancy pants lithium batteries in there for like 5 times the price of a regular frickin' lead acid battery, because I was kind of suckered into it because it just made sense, and I bought it. Man, so I ran the generator a bunch this summer, actually, and I'd turn it off, and I'd go to use the electric start the next day. It was dead on a doornail. Drained the battery completely dry. And so even running it for like another hour or so, thinking that it would recharge the battery, no, it wouldn't recharge the battery because it completely dissipated it. And, well, anyways, long story, make it short. Turns out, so what would happen was when I turn off the generator, the little green light on the display screen would stay on until that frickin' battery was done. And so I had taken the display screen out of it, unplugged it entirely, took the battery back to AutoZone. They gave me another brand new one because it was under warranty. I put that in, and I have left it connected now to the generator for a week now, and have come out periodically to start it with the electric start. Starts every time. So I'm just going to put the display screen back in and leave it disconnected, and that's resolving that. Because I almost went out and I found a dude on Amazon that has the whole panel, which I don't need, with all the switches and other buttons on it that work just fine on mine, for $160. I'm like, but now that I discovered that it's just this, through troubleshooting, I don't need the display. None of my generators have ever had any kind of display screen or hour meter or any of that shit. I couldn't give two craps. I'll just put it back in to fill the hole and leave it unplugged. Problem solved. I'm grateful. There. Little dumb shit, man. Little dumb shit. Instead of looking for the grandiose things, like $1 million, I'd be really grateful for it, but I don't see it anytime soon. Waiting for that my whole life. But instead, 15 grand would be cool too, right? And I'd be uber grateful for that. Little shit. So anyways, man, to summarize this frickin' half an hour plus video, sorry. Be grateful for the little shit, man. All of it. I guess go out in your garage and sit your ass down and have a couple smokes. Or whatever. And just think. Pick somewhere quiet to go, man, and just sit your ass down and just think. And all that little shit will come to you, the things you've taken for granted that you can change. The things that you've been blessed with that you have. Little shit. It starts small, man. It's not always the big things that do big things. Sometimes it's the smaller things that give you the revelation, Start from there, and you realize things aren't really that bad, Yeah, loss still sucks. No matter how you slice it, it sucks. There is really no good that comes from loss. But those things that we lost are gone. And we can't fix it, we can't regain it, we can't have it back. But what we can have is an entirely new day thereafter, And it's the sooner that you realize that next day is a new day, the sooner you can realize that you can begin that day with being appreciative of the things that you have in the beginning of that day. Look at it like that. Can't live in the past, man, and you can't live in the future, but we can live today. So be grateful for it. That's all I gotta say, man. Little word of encouragement from a dude that's been broken and taped back together and glued back together and broken again and stitched up and fucked up again, and still here. Shouldn't be. But I am. So are you. So hey, till next time, man. See you.